Swing on into this. Welcome everyone to the channel. Hope that you are doing well and just doing right, feeling good. Nektar. It's been a while since we've listened to Nektar, and I gotta say, just off the bat, I love this album cover. They always have such cool album covers, and this one is trippy and psychedelic as anything else. We are going to listen to Sounds Like This, their third studio album, released 1973. I don't think I've ever seen or heard of this album. Like certain albums have and such I've at least heard of or seen recommended. I can't say for sure if I've ever seen this one suggested or not, but we're going to listen to the track 1, 2, 3, 4. Like I said, off the album, it begins side 2. We're listening to this track because it was suggested and sponsored by Tony. Tony, thank you so much for the support. Thank you for the recommendation. Listen, Nektar's one of those bands. I haven't listened to them recently, and I haven't listened to them a lot, but I've enjoyed the time that I have spent with them. So let's go ahead and dive on into it. We'll discuss it a little bit after. Nektar, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. I had to catch the beat. It's heavy. Straight rock and roll.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, sent to die for someone else's fault.
It's very much different than what we've listened to from them. That's a fun riff. A lot of nifty guitar work in this one. There's that funkiness that we've heard in previous tracks. Sounds like he's using the guitar as a washboard. like how they brought in the crashing guitar from that first section, that first riff. It's just in a different way, right? Just like that. Evolves, so the guitar solo too. So I like how the keyboards returned because that's what I was missing a little bit from the beginning. I like the keyboards from Nektar. Very Hendrix. This whole phrase that's happening is to me like very Hendrix-like. I love that scratch and funk guitar. I like how they do change and expand, well, change the groove and the rhythm and everything as they go. It's just like rolling. Like how his guitar is going hard. Like hard. Piano's just like jamming. Calm. like how the drumming is always changing around the string. They're really getting their blues on this one. Kind of like this high-pitched squeaking, picking that's happening. He really came down to a crawl right there in the end. Okay, this whole track to me sounds kind of like krautrock, except this one's like to me very much guitar led. This is almost like really rock and roll slash krautrock with the way that it's like in this kind of trance inducing jam that just goes on for an extended period of time. This one is very, very, very much focused on the guitar work from Albrighton. I almost said Albright, but Albrighton, who's also lead vocalist, but he's handling the guitar. And I feel like this track he is just jamming from the riff in the beginning. Like it plays in a to me a straightforward rock and roll riff rather, not whiff. That's really fun. Let me pull it back up here really quick. Right? Like it's just yeah, he's going. When it gets into the main riff though. It's a fun, really, truly rock and roll riff. And what I noticed, as opposed to like the albums like we've listened to before from Nektar, like this doesn't sound to me anything like Recycled or Remember the Future or Tab. This is like a lot more straightforward, I feel, than those albums. At least this track. I can't speak, of course, for the album. Maybe the other songs in this album, of course, are in different directions. But this one's just very much a guitar-led, extended rock and roll jam, I would say. And it's still very progressive not in like changing passages. It's not like a song that, goes through a lot of different movements or anything like that. It stays in a particular stream and it stays in a particular lane, but the music and the rhythms and the melodies and of course the solos and everything change around that, especially in the extended part that comes in, I don't know, maybe about after 5 minutes or so. Because before that, it kind of plays almost like a normal track. You get the intro, the riff, which is catchy. There's some fun picking in there. He's moving up and down the frets with abandon. And then there's not even a lot of lyrics to look at. 1, 2, 3, 4, who will enlist to fight these dirty wars? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, sent to die for someone else's cause. Okay. The lyrics are pretty straightforward. 1, 2, 3, 4, crucified by country and by law. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, telegram to say your son has died. So, of course, it's, an anti-war message, or at least a realistic war message. Who's going to fight these wars? Your sons, your daughters. Who will fight? Crucified by country and law. And, of course, they'll send a telegram to let your parents know you didn't quite make it. Like, okay, so the lyrics are straightforward. There's not a lot to look in there. This is really just a gem of a track for, I think, Albrighton to just really get off and do all of his guitar work. And I gotta say, I mean, he sounds great doing it. I think he sounds fantastic. He shreds in here, and I mean shreds, taking the mozzarella, grating it. Just mozzarella on that thing. And especially in the end. But what I thought was kind of an underrated aspect of this is Ron Howden, who's playing the drums. I think that his drums not only provided the rhythm, not only provided the spinal cord of this track and the backbone of this track, but that is what almost seemingly marked a lot of the changes within the passage. It wasn't the tunnel that changed, it was the way we navigated through it. And I feel it's because of his drums that you could feel they were constantly changing, progressing in a very organic, kind of natural way. You know, the way that his drumming would just change. It was really cool to listen to. You know, all of a sudden he would be morphing. That's actually a great word to say. He was morphing his drumming style in accordance with the song, and everyone would kind of follow on top of him. I was missing a little bit of the keyboard work from Freeman because I do like the keyboard work from Nektar, but we did get a little bit of that kind of in the second half forward of the track. But I really think that this is kind of just a straightforward, more guitar and arguably drum-led jam track. Excuse me, from the band. I apologize, that came out of nowhere. And I enjoy it. I will say I still prefer I prefer the other albums we've listened to from them. Like I listen to Recycled. Like I go back and listen to Recycled. Remember the Future I think is really good. Tab in the Ocean is actually not my favorite, but I really do like Remember and Recycled. And this one doesn't quite hit those high marks for me, but I enjoyed it nonetheless, especially once I kind of realized the direction that the track was going. The second half, actually, the extended jam, is much more enjoyable for me than the kind of, I guess, standard opening and intro. Once it kind of got into that extended jam and kind of playing like a Hawkwind, like just kind of going off and doing their own thing, I actually really enjoyed that. So yeah. Thank you for the recommendation. Thank you for the suggestion. Let me know, of course, what you guys thought of it in the comments down below. I appreciate you all, as always, watching, being here, stopping by day in and day out. Tony, thank you once again for the support. I really appreciate that. And I hope that you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Please swing on back by tomorrow. Hope to see you all then. And I will see you all then. Bye, guys.